We are back. I haven't done anything with this in a week, so that's a little unusual. Usually I'm doing some off-screen grinding and stuff, but this time not so much. Also, you can see that we have a large pile of cash. That's good. That should carry us for a while in terms of merging and everything. Speaking of which, I should have a look at who is available to... Oh, it only looks like two folks. What's your... Oh yeah, you've only been merged 3 times. So, I feel like I should get a strength up ability here, but I think my best bet is going to end up being like level 2 or something, because the carrier of the Wind strength up 3 is the big beetle that teaches Poison Storm, and we haven't found that yet. Because this game is just kind of rude like that. Yeah, so we're not going to do anything else big for the moment. We are just going to go right back into the Forest of Darkness. We're actually going to poke around the Wind area a little bit, because I would like to get some skills out of there. I think there's some good stuff for us to get. Time to look at the old chart. And by chart, I mean the thing on game FAQs. Just doing a quick check here, and then we'll start walking around again. Okay, so we can start here. So, yeah, we should be able to find what I'm actually looking for in this very area. Not literally this very area, you know, but like in the Forest of Darkness is what I'm trying to say. If we don't like accidentally beeline straight to the boss, which is definitely a thing that we could end up doing, but we are trying to avoid that. See if we can't get a couple of these nerds to sleep. By the way, I should note for some reason, even though it does not do anything, I do attempt to like hit the X button right as certain attacks feel like they're about to hit physically. It doesn't affect your critical hit chances or anything, but I mean, we all played Pokemon when we were kids, right? So we all know all the weird myths about, oh, if you do this, it'll give you a better chance of capturing the Pokemon or any of this stuff. I get into that a little bit too much, even though I know all of them are a load of crap. Oh god, that was a noise. So look at all these stupid garbage bees we got hanging out here. Well, bee, I suppose, is a strong word for... What the fuck are you doing here, you blue bastard? Also, yeah, you'll notice after that first battle already, little crab here is absolutely hurting for mana. That is one of the big downsides of these AoE spells, is that they cost a lot of mana. And Bury in itself is not cheap. So, is what I have to say to that. I'll take a little bit of cash. Oh, you were chasing me this whole time? And you just got bored? Whoop his butt! It's okay, I don't think I'm gonna need Baryon for, like, any of these fights for at least a little bit. Well, I want it for when Kalma show up? Hell yeah! But until then, well... Always that little bit of forelag, it keeps making me think, oh yeah, we're gonna get an evolution here, you know, the crab will evolve, the mushroom will evolve. Nope, no such luck. Don't even think about it, buddy. In we go. And remember, you save between every one of these floors. That way, if you fuck up, you can reset. Alright, Dust Storm level 2. This is not where I thought I was going to go. I think I'm going to have to break down that barrier in order to get anything good around here. That's okay. I feel like this one was pretty straightforward compared to what we will eventually see. See, we've got these chuckleheads crawling around the place. And their ability is actually pretty annoying. So that doesn't make me too happy to see. I don't think this is going to be the greatest place in the world to grind. Unless I literally just throw fire out as my first setup and just be like, hey, yeah, let's just pound on these nerds until we get enough EXP. That's definitely somebody having quite an issue there. It's not a kidney stone you're passing, that's a whole kidney. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. That is not exactly the greatest sound effect we could be having in this world. Oh look, Snake evolved into a scorpion for some reason. Sure, it makes sense to me, I guess. Except for when it does not. Yeah, we did take a tiny amount of damage earlier, huh? But really tiny, sheesh. No need to save here yet. The next floor is one where we would have to save. End of Dust Storm. Okay, there's a thing here for us to pick up. I mean, there's items too, but that's not what I'm talking about. Oh wow, no stun for us. That's good. I'm pleased with the way this has gone. Or at least I don't hate it. Pass. I don't like any of these parties that are carrying around the mushroom enemy too, because that's very irritating to deal with. They take a little too long to die. I don't like it. I'm not happy about it.
Human hunt Kalma Man. From now on, Kalma Man hunt human.
I won't let you.
What's your name? Human, sir. Wait. Wait a second. Alright, so I don't know if we noticed it during the last fight, but yes, there is an even higher level of that stun attack, and it's called stun attack. And you can see this thing hits like a truck, and it has a pretty good chance to land stun. This might be a difficult enemy to fight. Don't murder me. Oh god, 124 damage. Ouch. Yeah, it's not so great. Our wind side has no defense because I guess it has no need for such a thing or something. And we failed to land the stun. That is disappointing. Ouch. You can just sit there looking sick, I guess, buddy. Good God. 139. That hurts. Oh. That miss hurts too, but like more in the psychological sense, you know? It hurts my feelings. There we go. Wow, not landing anything today. Alright, don't stun. Oh, dang it. I don't know what I was hoping for, but it was definitely not that. Don't switch over to fire, because it'll just go for the crab again. And we're not in a position where we can deal with that right now. I would appreciate it if you could land that stun, please. No? Of course, and you don't kill it either. Hey, wow, the game is actually going to let us go first this time. Amazing. And we're going to miss with lifesteal. Fuck, I thought we were about to have this fight in the bag, but there we go. Ouch. More healing. Come on, land the fucking hit. It didn't kill. Oh well. That's a shame. You can't blame me for trying, can you? Oh, what's that? You can? Well, we got there in the end. That hurt. A lot. Oh well, that's still a pretty good skill to have. Let's go ahead and take that back, and we're going to find out why I'm probably not going to use it a lot. Besides, leaving the forest gives us a full heal.
Harvesting.
Alright, so you can see this is a pretty nice move, and then you look down at the passive you get for it. Earns 10% less EXP. Yes, this is the part of the game, I don't think we saw this last time, but this is where we're going to start getting passive abilities that are negative on certain moves that are really fucking strong, and some that are just kind of goofy. Because this game is kind of mean. Which means ain't nobody getting merged with that.
Thank you.
Well, we healed. Back in we go. Alright, so this is a room full of stupid wasp flies and just one of these birds with the huge legs hanging out, because why not? So if we wanted to get experience, we could come in here and we could clean house, I guess. You know what? We will fight this one once we get it to heal over from chasing us. There you go, buddy. There you go. Line it up. Because I'm sure that if I don't put forth the effort, the game will be like, hey, yeah, screw you, buddy. It's like lining up a really strange pool shot, apparently. I don't think I've ever attempted to play pool in like 20 years. And part of that is because I was so bad at it when I first had the chance that I was just like, I'm not 100% sure what that noise I just made was. Once again, we save here. This is a path that branches. We would like to not have to go back through this way if we didn't, yeah. You know what I'm trying to say, I'm just not using words. I think this is the one that we did not go to last time. Let's try it. Yes! Duststorm Terminus. This is an area where there is not a thing. Yeah, I noticed that it's different from End of Duststorm. And also notice that we've got some different coloration going on. This, I believe, is going to be our mini-boss floor. In case I haven't explained this before, the Forests of Darkness all have like a mini-boss at the end of one branch, and you use that to... You beat that fight, that lets you open a gateway on an earlier floor, and that's how you proceed toward the other part of the dungeon. Oh, that thing is coming after us. Ooh. Looking it. And this freaky thing is gonna be what we gotta fight. I'm curious if you could use like a hide spore or something to get past that and just steal the thing and run. But I don't have one of those right now. And oof. Okay. So the first new move that this thing used is called Sascan, and it inflicts a random status effect at its highest level when it hits. And that hurts like a motherfucker. I wish I had a barrier up right now, but ha ha ha, no. At least we didn't get petrified, I guess. That would just hurt my feelings a lot. Stun, please. No, we just landed a hit, but 183 damage is not to be sneezed at. And yeah, you will see the other issue is that Goofus over there is still stunned. As I said, highest level of the status effect possible. Not so great. Oh hey, neat. Now we haven't taken damage from that, basically. On the other hand, at least you will notice that this thing is pretty spongy HP-wise. It's definitely been dying reasonably quickly. And that poison should get us for 30 a turn, which is tolerable. We can put up with that, especially because I feel like this turn we might actually be able to kill this thing. We have a lot of damage on the board. Yeah, I mean, look at that. The Kalma that we fought earlier to gain a skill was harder than that. And that thing was worth 12k. Nice. I will gladly accept a huge pile of experience points. That always feels good.
It's pretty, but what is it? Doesn't look like an orb.
Think we can use it somewhere? Well, let's hang on to it.
Let's pry one of its organs out. There we go, the yellow crystal. That will let us break through that wall that we saw up there. Oh, that thing is still chasing us. Later, sucker.
Cool, it opened! Just as I thought.
Really? But the path still goes on. Don't get careless, Kahoo.
Thought she was about to be like, really? You thought? I'm just saying she's not nice. Sometimes. Oh, nice. Looks like everybody's evolving now, pretty much. Hey, wow, we finally have a whole side that is all fully evolved. That hasn't happened this entire playthrough until just now. I don't think, anyway. So that is pretty cool. Nothing in here. Okay. Items. So we're not going to save here because, as you can see, well, first of all, this area doesn't branch, and second of all, I believe once I get what I'm looking for here, yeah, this is Whirlwind level 2, so there is something important for me to pick up here, assuming that it spawns properly, because, again, slight random number generation involved here. And you've probably guessed what sort of creature we're looking for if you've seen these butterflies hanging out. These Mothmen. If you've been paying that level of attention to this game. Which, if you haven't, I don't think I would blame you, because there is kind of a lot to take in here. And we've been at this for, like, 3 months or so as our Monday title. Which is making me feel like, gosh, I should probably be streaming more to push this further. The only thing you notice is the blind graphics. You know what? Fair enough. I think that is very, very much an understandable thing to notice. Especially if it's the only thing you notice. Ooh, that damage. That's pretty good. Honestly, if I could just stream just that sound forever, I mean...
Kalma man, leave forest.
What?
Kalma man, destroy village. Kill human. Destroy village. Kill human.
I'll never let you.
Kill all humans. Must kill all humans. Oh hey, Fry, I was having a wonderful dream. I think you were in it. Oh god, that's a big fucking wasp. It actually has some tolerable damage to it, fittingly, but it's more about the spell that this thing gives, which we will see in a moment. Yeah, there we go. And that is the highest level of the defense reduction spell. You can extract it and make a sound effect for Streamlabs. You have a point. I could probably do something like that. This sounds like a terrible idea, but I'm also liking it more and more every time it gets mentioned in any way whatsoever. Well, there we go. Giant wasp got exploderated. And with that done, we're actually going to leave immediately because I'm going to merge that onto one of our beasts, and I would like to be able to gain experience as soon as possible, really.
Hello.
And I glossed over it there, but this thing has the HP recovery passive, which is pretty nice. Just being able to heal every turn, that seems pretty solid. Go right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is the way we do it. Okay. Have I called this place confusing before? Because it really is. Also, I like how both of the things just sort of descend into the void there. You enter one of them. Wow, this floor does not want to give us items, huh? I want to start earning experience fast. Ignores every fight. Like a fucking rube. Alright, so there's another target here. Hey, look, skellies. That's the evolved form of those. There it is, right away.
This not fight.
See, I thought this wasn't a fight.
This war. War of human and Kalma man. Live or die.
Oh, that's only slightly unsettling. And this fight does kind of suck, because this thing is an enhanced form of the enemy that casts the petrification spell, which means that it's now instant instead of gradual. Which is not quite death, but it is you're out of the fight for most of the... until it gets healed with our current status effect healing spell. So I guess at least there's that little bit of a saving grace going for us. But that's about it. Also, look at no sleep effects, but we've managed to get our defense down. That's pretty good. Let's see what kind of damage we deal with that. And 269, but then again, that just rehatched, so its stats are a little lower. 187 on that AoE is pretty good. 338 crit. I don't know, that didn't seem like it was that much higher, but maybe that enemy is like actually fairly tough physically in terms of defense. What is this thing doing here? Like, this is absolutely not the correct place for this nerd. Oh, I see. It's carrying one of those in its party, so that sort of explains it, I guess. Well, I think I can deal with having the thing that just casts Adro-Kite Awake. Oh, no, it's been stunned. Okay. It's the other thing that I really wanted to get put to sleep. Because in no way, shape, or form do we want defense up spells being cast. Unfortunately, we didn't wander into that thing's back arc properly, but... we managed to not put it to sleep. Alright, stun it, please. There we go. That's good. Oh no, somebody is not going to get used again. This fight got petrified. Not exactly where I wanted that to aim, but okay. Worked out in the end. It's fine. I swear it's fine. And here comes that sound. Okay, so this is where the branch happens. So this is where we save. And we go ahead. Alright, there is one thing for us to pick up here. There's these walking around for some reason. Hey look, it's a bug.
Fight, destroy, die! This history of human. Kalmaman end. End human as murderer.
I won't let you.
Wait, did he just recite the plot of Chrono Cross again? I literally just made reference to that in a video like a week ago. So that's... I mean, not in this game, but... Ow! That hurt. That means we're gonna actually need some healing unless we land a stun this turn. Which I don't feel like we will, because this game... Oh, never mind. Managed to get away with it. So I think... Yeah, that thing is like 500 HP and maybe some change. We can finish this now. Wait for it. I need to say that sooner, apparently, if that be a thing, but... here we are. Alright, so we know that this is a branching floor. On the other branch, there is another Kalma. If we don't get it now, we have to wait until we finish the entire Forest of Darkness arc, or we have to intentionally lose to the boss that's down there at the other branch. And intentionally losing to a boss is actually a little harder than it sounds. And plus we would lose our items that I've been accumulating and not selling. So the odds are that if I don't go in the right one, I may actually reset. Because it'll just waste less time. Wait, no, it can spawn on this level too. Do I just have to, like, re-loop then if it's not showing up? I guess I do. Okay, so that lets me actually remember to go sell those items.
Find something? Going to the port?
We're just gonna hope this guide is correct. Actually, does this one have maps? No, that's a different guide. Fuck looking for that. Actually, speaking of the F word, let's fly back to the temple, I suppose, and turn those things in.
For any...
Alright, well there's our strength up 3. And here we go. Here's our instant petrification. But that passive. Larvalize will kill your stats. It's a good move that is attached to this thing, but on the other hand... Ooh. Alright. With that out of the way, let's go back, try to get the one last Kalma in the Wind Forest of Darkness. And then, I mean, I guess maybe we can finish it? It won't be super easy, but I don't think the Wind boss is necessarily that hard. Because, of course, you know, garbage defense. So... that should be fairly exploitable. We'll at least have that going for us. Oh wow, that damage is really good against something that doesn't have great defense. Unsurprisingly. 500 for a critical hit, that was pretty solid. Excuse me. fight with any of the Hellskelters, go on to here, where once again we will do a quick save. Oh, there's a little area over there we didn't explore. Is that just where the warp is? Yeah, it is. That'll be why. That makes sense now. There we go. Amazing, it does spawn here.
Human hunt Kalma man. From now on, Kalma man hunt human.
I will.
Okay, relax, Lure. We get it, we get it. Ah, one of these things. Why do you do that? Alright. That move removes status effect, status effect resistance. What's his deal? He's just an asshole. That it's... I'm gonna be honest, the whole meta plot of this game is not exactly that well explained. Maybe it's more clearly laid out in the original game, which I own and still haven't gotten around to playing because I'm lazy and bad at remembering to play video games. Nice lack of stun, that's a shame. Oh boy, yeah, take away my status effect immunities when you have no status effect moves. Yes, you can tell that this thing is literally just giving us free turns with that spell. Oh, this fight was almost over. Come on. Okay, so technically speaking, yeah, we could go explore whichever of these side branches is open, but I don't think there's anything else for us to pick up in terms of Kalma. That's in the future. Yeah, so we've got everything at this point that we can get in Wind. So let's just go this way. And I guess we're gonna go check out that side branch anyway. End of Typhoon. This is where I thought the other thing was. I've never been on this floor before. Because the last time I played this game, which again I need to remind you is over a decade ago that I've been in this area whatsoever, I ended up going down the branch and I beat the boss and was disappointed that I could never come back here. Ah, good. The things that we have populating this land are garbage bastards. Don't want anybody. Although also they move it like 1,000,000,000,000 miles an hour. And oh, good lord, this fight is garbage. This is terrible. Just let me run, please. Yeah, a little bit. That's why I was saying Well, one of the many reasons why I was saying, yeah, setting this on a thing on our Streamlabs sounds like a horrendous idea, and yet also, well, like any reason it would be terrible, but also like kind of amusing to me in a really awful way. Anyway, let's get some healing, and let's go back in. We could actually go and beat that area, but I think instead what I'm gonna do is I'm going to explore some of the rest of what's open to us. Pull up that list. I want to see what we can get where. Give me like 10 seconds here. Probably a little more than that because I'm slow. Okay, so there's only 2 things in water, and neither of those are particularly useful. Earth, I think there's like one more thing for us to find that is not a huge bit of importance for me, but let's take a look anyway. We got that already. Yeah, there's only one more thing that we can find in Earth right now, and it is not of the greatest of importance, so I think we're just going to go delve into the fire area and probably get beat up a lot because the fire forests all really suck. And in fact, there are 3 things that we can get here, and at least one of them is good. Actually, 2 of them are pretty alright. That's a different sound. That's a lot less unfortunate. I started to get used to the other one being so terrible. Alright, so these dudes just sort of patrol this whole area. That's not going to come anywhere near us. Well, that's sneak that I'm surprised I managed to make. Alright, if we find everything here, I'm just gonna go fight this boss, I guess. And so here, this looks like an area with a pretty big branching path going. Because, of course, let's make the fire forest the worst place ever, I guess. Shit, I didn't have enough time to turn around. Well, this turn might hurt. Or they can just go into physical attacks to start with. For some reason. Pull that up again. I'm curious how much the mic is picking up my button inputs here. A lot less than yesterday. I must have just been holding it a lot closer to the mic or something yesterday. That's weird. Also, honestly, this design with the long, thin corridors, this is pretty malevolent compared to a lot of the rest of what we've been dealing with here. Yay, nice quick evolution for our blue crab. me. Now I don't know if I've explored this whole map because it's so big and has so many little tiny side paths. Okay, yeah, I clearly have not explored the whole map, and I have to duck in here now because, yeah. Alright, so this will be a dead end. Yeah, end of St. Elmo's Fire. There is nothing here that we need to grab in terms of Kalma. There's some items we can pick up, though. And there's a lobster just walking around. A green lobster that belongs in a different part of the game world. Get the fuck out of here, buddy. What do you think you're doing here? Lobstering around. And back we go. Starting this area, trying to dodge as many of these fights as possible because they all suck. This one I have to take, though. Well, dang it. See if we can't sleep these nerds real quick. Not as well as I would like to. This is gonna hurt. Well, at least one of them missed, so there's that. Let's try to do more damage first. More important to clear more of the field if possible. Or we can just have our random targeting be really awful. Alright, just don't fuck me up too much. Yeah, you're gonna at least target somebody who can dodge a little bit. That's good. Ow. Alright, so we save here again. God, these floors are so big for this section of the game. Like, I was starting to think for a while that maybe it was just because of, like, balance, basically, that fire is just as strong as it is because it's the primary attacking element in a game where offense is, like, really, really good and, you know, one of those games where you can say, hey, the best defense is a good offense. But they wildly overspec a lot of fire, it seems like, and they just made these floors so much longer and more painful. They knew what they were doing. They wanted you to suffer in these places. They wanted this to be hard mode. Alright, so we got another branch over here, so we save at this location and continue the game. Blaze, level 3. This is going to be a branch that leads, I'm assuming, on one side possibly to a mini-boss, and then the other side has the Kalma in the Blaze area. The one that we can get over here. Let's go in here. As we can go. May as well take it. Right, go on ahead. Blaze Terminus. Alright, so at bare minimum, this is going to have... Well, it's going to have the big version of that thing that we see bounding toward us. Assuming the game remembered to generate it. Hey.
This not
Yeah, we've heard this speech before. I forget how much it's like determined by their masks or anything. I don't know if it even is. Alright, so we got this creepy thing that looks a bit like it's got some frog parts going. And it hits like a truck. Unsurprisingly, because blah blah blah, Fire Forest, I feel like a lot of these enemies really are very much overtuned compared to what your versions of these beasts would be like. But it's been a while since I've done this, so... Well, that attack is really painful. We don't want to get hit by that ever if we can avoid it. Speaking of avoiding, let's just keep trying to avoid these nerds, and that will take us back outside. So again, I think the branching setup is like how I thought it was. Let's leave and get healed. Let's take a quick look at our experience right now for everybody before we go back in. Alright, level 12. Yeah, level 4, that was a recent merge though. Level 12. 10. And level 3, of course, recent merge and 5 mergers. Sheesh. Level 8, this should be pretty close to evolving again. And this one's probably going to take a little bit, but I forgot this is only a 4 merge. That's nice, I think. Just want to see when we're going to be starting to do our thing again here. I see there's a lot less of these goons this time. That's nice. As we get in here a little too slow to stop this dude from turning. Ow. Ouch. Stop that. Alright, so we shouldn't need to save here for now, because we know where the path is to where we want to go. Damn it! Let me turn around. Or just do this. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I don't have a ton of commentary at this point because not a whole lot's going on until we get to, like, another actual fight. I'm really realizing just how much I'm not saying anything of any real value at this juncture, and yeah. It's kinda true. So, we should be looking for should be over in this direction, past this big bug. Right there. Alright, here is our mini-boss for the Fire Force of Darkness. What are we faced with here, aside from things that will hurt a lot? Oh, that's it? That's what you're leading off with, is just killer chance? I'm sure we'll see worse soon enough. Where's the instant death gonna come from, because we all know how much this game loves those spells and how much they seem to absolutely wreck me every time they show up. Go over here and heal. What? So it has Killer Chance and Volley Luna. Volley Luna being a B rank damage spell. This is like some kind of joke, isn't it? Does this have nothing else? Like, what the fuck am I dealing with here that this thing is throwing out this trash? Like, I assumed that it could probably pierce the barrier with one Killer Chance, but it never was in a position where it was even going to attempt to do that, and I'm literally just gonna go kill this thing with my water side because I can. Or I can miss. That's always an option as well. Well, let's try this again. Oh, well, it is finally breaking out another move. Unfortunately, that would be completely useless over here because I would literally remove the status effect before I attack. So, okay. Sure. Give me that 12,000 experience.
Is this a gem? Aren't the red ones sapphires?
I mean, I think
No,
red
really,
sapphires are a
but
thing
this
that
doesn't
exists,
look like one.
but
Let's hang on to it anyway.
that's a whole other story. So, wow. Nico didn't make fun of us for that. Amazing. So does this floor clear out now that we've killed that mini-boss? Probably not, but I would like it to, so that way I can more easily find items. Unfortunately, we're still dealing with the hopping bastards. Incidentally, I don't know if it has ever been mentioned, but, you know, just in case anyone is curious, you can't find eggs in the Forest of Darkness whatsoever. So, you're kind of stuck with whatever team you have and what you can buy from the shop at this point of the game until you start beating some of these forests, at which point the regular forests open back up. Go through here, and yeah, that sends us right back up to the top. That's fine. We return so we can get some healing. Also going to go and store all of those Hellfire books that we keep getting, because I'm going to put those to use once I can unlock the regular Wind Forest again. Not again. What was I just saying there? Sheesh. I'm bad at using words.
You got
Although, we are going to keep the other stuff
something good.
for, you know, various reasons. We don't need that, actually. That could be useful. I don't think all of these are going to be important, but we're going to save them for
Going to the
our upcoming boss fight here. Once we get there. Which should be not too far in our future, I don't think. Oh hey, this one's gone, so we can fill out that tiny little section of map, I guess. Yeah, you're just gonna make a bit of a U-turn that looks like a loop. Oh, hey, look, our mushroom guy evolved into a different mushroom that looks a little bit weird. Air quotes, a little bit. But I have a feeling that that's going to be the last time that nerd is going around the block in terms of our party here. Go ahead. And clearly we have to branch out to the other side over here. Put that guide back up so that way I can see that. Side. Up and around. Wait, is it not over here? Alright, so I know that the one that leads us nowhere is in, like, the middle of the map. And not over there. That goes around the hook. That is the one that we were... Wait, no, is that it? That's not it. This is one that we haven't gone to yet, I don't think. If I'm wrong, oh well, we just add another 10 minutes of... yeah. Although, thankfully, this is just right here, so... nice and easy. Damn it. So is this finally going to give us access to the location that we are looking to enter here? Been running around this floor so many times. Yeah, okay, it's right at the back of this area. It's a big gauntlet of bullshit. Alright, we'll save here, because again, I think this splits, and we are going to want to go down one of these splits, I think. Oh no, Hellfire level 1. That's where both of our targets are located. Of course, one of them is going to really suck to fight, but it's this part of the game. Of course it will. Excuse me. And that lights that thing up immediately. Which means that I'm pretty sure that that goes down the side path. And we've got some of this going on. I don't like this grouping whatsoever. And I especially don't like that there's one of the instant death boys that didn't get put to sleep. Because especially when you see that they break out AoE instant death attacks. That's some of the worst shit ever. Because, hey, let's just make that affect multiple targets. And let's just have some really garbage targeting here. And yeah, who else about to... nobody's gonna die. Amazing. I'm really shocked by that. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Just die already, you thing.
Hey, it opened! Let's go!
Hey, you look pretty happy. Keep it up.
Well, yeah, I mean, if this is almost over, that would be kind of great. Whoa, don't get into that fight. Don't get in the fight with the walking old dragon thing here. Alright, this is a much easier fight than the other one we can have here. Yeah, we've had this conversation before. Although it does have some pretty strong AoE attacks. Yeah, I mean, that tore off, like, somewhere between a third and a half of everybody's HP there, and we didn't get to put this thing to sleep. Can we at least please get a stun here? Come on. Yes, there we go. So this thing has a move that we want, as you can tell by the fact that it just hit us with it. Now we're cutting it a little close there. I don't want it, and I got attacked from behind too, and there's 2 of them. Good, 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 good. Well, at least they're using just regular attacks. I really love the idea of having to just teleport out of here between... Yeah. Just, ugh. I don't like this. I don't like this place. That's why I want it out of the way. Are you in here? Yeah, okay. Yeah, shut up. We've heard this speech before. Alright, if we can land a status effect first, that would be good. I would like a little bit of time to be safe. Or the sleep can just not work on anything fire elemental, apparently, because this game is just really, really rude. 108 damage at that kind of damage percentage. That doesn't inspire confidence, to put it nicely. We're gonna do this a bit, basically. We're gonna try to secure some more turns, and hey, we managed to put this thing to sleep. That's nice. Stun? No stun. Anyway, the idea is that I'm trying to get set up so that way I can heal here. Because I don't think I have, like, very many healing items. Of course, it's going to end up costing us a ton of mana to do. You know, again, we could just keep not landing the stun, which is what we need at this point. Sleep is nice, but it's really just to give us a free crit. Ah, fuck's sakes. At least one of you is apparently immune to instant death, so that should be not such a problem. Now, let's just go over here and do this, I guess, because at this point, I'm going to just sit here and try healing the regular way, basically. Right. Come on. Turn. And see, that's a noticeably better chunk of HP. Alright, please just don't kill the guy in the middle, so that way I don't have to actually necessarily... Fuck you, game! I didn't mean kill the thing that has a death resistance ability that I was told is perfect. But no. Oh good, I'm so glad. I fucking hate that. This is like the only game that I can think of where instant death attacks are actually that good. So it's kind of worse in that way too. Like, I don't even think that in, like, Final Fantasy 13, where it's a nightmare to get it off and it at least does damage too, that it's anywhere near that decent. Alright, so we're just going to withdraw for the moment. And let's hand these in. And we'll get our experience and...
Thank you.
Yeah. So we've got everything from fire. We can go over there and we can deal with that. We can also deal with wind, which would be like the second hardest. But that one is actually almost worth going to for EXP. So I'm kind of considering leaving it for a bit. let's just rush this and try to get into as few fights as possible. Hopefully, like, nothing has spawned here. Yeah, see, even the one that's usually in the tiny little U loop is gone. So the game decided to give us some good spawns. That's pretty great. I appreciate it. Alright, now we have to get to the back of this floor. Means more of this creepy music, because this is yet another really long floor, and we almost got hit by that bird. Fine, this is a fight I guess I can take. Yeah, it's just 3 of these things. This damage doesn't really scare me too much. Everything else, get to the gate, and we go down here. Alright, so we go through. Gonna have to get into this fight. Yes, we are. Because this thing has a huge, wide wingspan. Thankfully, we got a free escape. That made things quite easy for us. Alright, can we put these to sleep? And again, this might be a fight that I have to take, basically, so I guess I'll just deal with it. Well, I didn't really have to take the fight, but it's one that, you know, in the other sense of the idea. Which still is not a statement that makes a ton of sense, but I think one more hit should actually finish this. Oh, or we can just fail to land the hit. That's also an option. Alright, so this should be time for us to get to that boss. I'm going to give Aristotle there some more mana. Let's go and fight this fight, which is going to be terrible.
Well, if it isn't Go, what might you be doing in such a place?
Hey, is that you, Wu? Why are you here? Did you get trapped in here?
Don't be silly, it's because of the Disciples of Darkness.
Oh, I get it. I see. But you look identical. I thought you were the real one.
Hey, no, Sonny. You don't get it at all. I am the real one. See? Hey, Kahu, just what is strength? I couldn't change the world, though I thought I could do it if I got stronger. But that was foolish thinking. Couldn't change a thing. After all, the strength of me alone is pitiful. The strength of all mankind, too, is pitiful. Beast hunters may fight, but Kolmar will finally wipe out humanity as long as Elrim has the will. My hometown of Golan was once swallowed up by bugs and the forest. This I could not change.
It's a bit of a swerve from the earlier story.
What do you intend to do?
With Wu.
Accept destruction? Or keep resisting, knowing it is futile?
I don't know much about strength or Elrond or such, but I want to live. Nope, I can't give up. I don't want to give up. Woo, let's fight. Well, here goes.
Show me that will to live that you keep yapping about.
Alright, so for the most part, this is what the bosses at the ends of the Forests of Darkness look like. They are 5 of the lower level Kalma monsters that one of these characters is carrying. In this case, it's Wu instead of Nam. As you saw, the story changed a bit. They break out a variety of attacks. Like, they're still fixed attacks because these are still fights against singular beast hunters. But they kind of have a pretty wide variety of stuff. Oh hey, we get an evolution right at the start of the fight. I would actually have preferred that much later because these fights, spoiler alert, have 2 phases to them. But we'll see that in a bit. And for now, having that level of stat is pretty great. And see, maybe these fire ones are just breaking out Burn Crash, which is actually better than some of the alternatives, because I was worried they were going to immediately throw out the Admirmanite that we saw earlier, that AoE instant death. Because I know that this game is a rat bastard sometimes. Oh, that's not the aim that I was expecting, but okay. If it works, I guess. You know, a win by shield removal is still a win, isn't it? So, make this happen. Alright, so here's a spell we haven't seen yet, Mitreya. This gives a medium-sized buff to all of the other sides, well, the side that's using its stats. So if he's gonna sit here, because he's, like, completely not safe. Oh, I see we decided to target the one over there. Okay. Alright, buddies. Fine, 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 fine. Let's do this. And that's all you have on Wind? Is Multiana? We haven't seen that move in, like, a literal month so far of having played this game. Well, you know what I'm saying. We've been playing this game for a further month beyond, you know. We last saw that move like a month ago in gameplay, is what I'm saying, because it's so weak. I'm surprised that at any point this game is giving us any level of, you know, not going completely apeshit on us. And get a load of this big fucker. And it's got some very serious vocal distortion, and this is where we might see some nasty shit, finally. I mean, sure, those burn crashes would have hurt, but that's about it. Oh, good lord. One shot to break that barrier down? Wow. Alright, do this. Land some status effects, please, to make things a little bit easier for me. Nope, that's unfortunate. And Medinite for 157. That turned back almost everything we did. Yikes. I don't like this thing very much. Especially if it's going to do stuff like that. And we don't have a barrier out. Shit, we don't have enough mana for that. Well, I could use the attack boost anyway. Let's do some of this, come on. Land a stun or something, or I guess at least show a guard animation so I know it doesn't work. There's our stun. That is good. Oh no, all we have there is speed reduction. That's not useful. Yeah, I know, man. I've played Kingdom Hearts before, too. Wait a second. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, how about that Tetsuya Nomura thing? The what's it, Final Fantasy Origin? What a fucking disaster that looks like. I mean, I know Tetsuya Nomura, it's always gonna be a little bit questionable, but also... I wanted to make a game about an angry man. I said this on Twitter, but if he wants to tell a story about an angry man, he just needs to make the main character a woman and let the rest of the story about the angry man tell itself. Because somebody on Twitter will go fucking ape shit. Because people on Twitter are really goddamn stupid about that kind of thing. Whatever. Square Enix forgetting the things that people love about them. What else is new? I'm still pissed off that we're probably not getting that little cactus plush here in America for the Legend of Mana Special Edition that was going to be released in Japan. I don't think that's going to be a thing coming here to the States, which is kind of bullshit. I mean, complaining about, oh, a thing from a special edition is not coming over here, you know, big whoop. That's you know, nothing major, but still. Oh wow, you finally broke out another skill at the very end of the fight when you're literally gonna die. What a boss, everybody. What a boring ass boss. I'm actually surprised it was as easy as it was. Give me that 24,000 experience. I deserve it for that. I deserve at least something. I deserve more than that, but whatever.
It is true that you won, but that alone means only one battle is over.
Shut up.
And what begins? Does that change the world? Does that change history? All lies within the flow, but merely following the flow is accepting apocalypse.
Well, that's not true, Master.
So the point is, don't be a cop and the world won't end?
Isn't that right?
Sounds about right to me.
That too was merely your accepting the flow of time. Man changing man is not.
But you paid attention to me. That changed my world. That is true. That was enough. I just wanted to say that. Right, Kahu? The things that people do must be insignificant compared to those of gods. But still, stop struggling, and there's no point in living. Man cannot change man. So doesn't that make each individual more important? No one can deprive me of my feelings, not even a god.
Well, how like you, my feelings? So now the teacher gets taught.
Wu, didn't you teach me the importance of a strong heart? Don't forget it.
That is so. So good luck on your journey.
Hey, give it to him. Give him one for me, too.
Well, hooray, we beat that. Neat. That's probably the hardest part of this section done. Probably.
So even great men like that get pretty down too, huh?
Each lives his own life. Live a long time and you're bound to have tough times.
But if I listened to Wu, I'd think that I couldn't beat Elrim.
People like blaming someone else if things don't go well. Makes them feel better, maybe.
It's only people who think that way. Maybe that's why we can't live in the forest.
So the fire forest's unsealed. Wanna go check it out?
Not really, no. Let's go ahead and let's save. And let's go in here. And you will see we cannot access this anymore.
That's odd. The entrance is closed.
Kahu, maybe it died because you released the people who fell into darkness.
So yeah, if you miss anything in there, you have to wait until it's not permanently gone. You can actually get all the Kalma in later forests. Well, in the original game, that excludes any of them that are glitched for obvious reasons. But aside from that little issue, yeah. Oh no, this is the correct way. Go just past everything. We want to get into as few fights as possible as we make our way down to these bosses, because we want to be at as full of strength as possible as we do this. unfortunately, someone is over there blocking the whole path. That side leads out. Leads to the dead end, rather. Alright, turn around. You know, I'm gonna duck in here and see if there's an item real quick. There's one of those. That could be handy. I don't do a quick turn here. Oh, god damn it. We got in the fight anyway. Great. I'd like to leave this fight, just because I don't want to deal with it. And there we go. Nice free escape for us. And into there we go. And here we go. It's boss fight time. I'm not going to save for this because it didn't take us as long to get here. Typhoon Bottom. And oh look, it's Dr. Gill again, here to be the most toxic friend we've ever had.
Weren't you trapped in the Wind Forest?
That's right, Master Cotton. We were trapped in the forest because you became the Chosen One.
Because of me?
Yes, Master Cotton. Because you are trying to collect the 4 orbs. That's why you were trapped in the forest. But do not let it bother you. You are the Chosen One, after all. Do not worry about us.
I can't. Of course I worry.
No, Chosen One, just go on ahead, trampling upon us, the Unchosen Ones.
See, now he's trying to guilt us. Like I said,
I could only win with
Dr. Gill
everyone's
is the
help.
big toxic friend guy.
Just because
This,
I
at
became the
least,
Chosen One,
follows
I can't just
much
leave behind
better
my
from the
friends.
story of Wu and Nam, which is a bit of a...
Then we shall ride away together.
A bit of an odd...
Yes. Let us all be
bit of a
destroyed
swerve.
together.
What I'm trying to say.
I'll never give in to darkness.
Show your power. The orb awaits a powerful righteous one.
Do this, and he's pulling out Olvi Luna and maybe Mitreya. No, just 2 Olvi Lunas. That is really quite sad. What's even sadder is that I can actually see any of the damage on the HP bar for a Scorpion there. Scorpion giving us damage to make him get over here. I'm not in a well enough throat right now to really do a good old Ed Boon. It is actually Ed Boon who does that voice, by the way, if you didn't know. In the old Mortal Kombat's, the Scorpion voice, the "Get over here!" That is Ed Boon. There we go. I managed to get a little of it going in the end.
Sacrifice us and go ahead.
See, now that's an actual attack, buddy. Good for you. Good of you to actually break something out at some point. On the other hand, if you're going to sit here and let us roll you over in terms of shields, like, come on. Put up a fight. Or I suppose don't. That's always an option as well.
Us, the Unchosen Ones.
Did we get the rest of our turn? Just curious.
But I'm really jealous.
Yeah, we couldn't figure that out on our own. Thank you. That makes me angry or something. And if we can land a stun, that would be real great. No. So here comes Saskia. We are getting hit by only 20 damage poison? That's weird, because shouldn't it be the max level for everything? Whatever. That fucking hurts. Wow. Yeah, Solemnus, do Lifesteal. And let's turn over to the Earth side again. And please no yeah, that's great. Real funny, idiot. Oh yeah, let's use the blind effect on something that I don't think this thing has attacked in like 3 merges. It hasn't had to care about accuracy in a long goddamn time, that's for sure. Oh wow, this thing has a lot of power behind it if it's breaking down Baryon in a single shot with Ulvilude. Which is not like a useless... Speaking of being useless... Alright, buddy. You know something? Fuck you. Slow down. Because remember, speed influences dodging ability. And put sleep. Yeah, get Luna. This might hurt because I've seen this get some very good numbers. Yeah, and it's still outspeeding us with that. Did the speed down wear off already? Sleep. I would like to land a stun, please. Please, 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 please. Well, we did some damage at least. I guess that's good, but... You've already said that. You literally just because you just woke back up. Once again, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Steel wall book. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
I think you needed a break in the monotony of the music. Alright, go over here. Let's get some healing going. Ha! I don't know what it was, but it didn't work. Get fucked, idiot. Ah! These misses are driving me bananas. A stun would be real nice. Oh, he's immune apparently.
Why wasn't I chosen?
Well, Gil, it's because all you ever do is make people feel bad about things. You ever think about that? You ever try being not a shithead? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. That is forcing us to switch back to water. I mean, we need the health anyway, but also... I'd like to be able to, like, end this fight instead of having it be drawn out. Hey, wow, we actually landed that attack. Amazing. Good job, buddy. Alright, no petrify. Yes, thank goodness. There's our buffs. There's our wall. So now we can just do our usual thing. We do wind, and then we do fire, and then we should have enough damage going that we can probably end this. Hopefully. That'd be real great. Well, for a start, we're going to land a big, big crit stun shot this turn. Yeah. Oh, yes. We actually managed to get the stun. So we are on easy street here, basically. Again, provided that dumbass in the middle doesn't fucking miss. Hey, look! We killed Dr. Gill with a physical attack from the same beast yet again. Amazing. Give me that huge pile of experience. Yes, yes, and yes. Oh, my team is eating good tonight.
Dr. Gill!
I was jealous of the power of the Chosen One. One cannot become a hero by merely pursuing knowledge. What I did was crazy.
You weren't crazy. I'm sure everyone wanted to be the Chosen One.
After all, only one can be chosen, you know.
I don't like being envied, but still, I'm gonna fight no matter what you think. Dr. Gill, I'm gonna fight hard so you will approve of me.
Master Kahu, please do.
Oh, there we go. Again, minor swerve in the overall story, but it fits a little better, I think, than what was going on with Wu and Nam and the Fire Forest.
So that's how you got the Mark of Wind. I never imagined that the heart of that mild-mannered Gil would be so full of jealousy. Sometimes the world is unbelievable.
But Dr. Gill said, please do. Hearing that, I somehow felt that I could do it.
Jealousy can interfere with success, but it can become powerful when it turns into a true love. Or something like that.
Righty. Let us go ahead and, first of all, we're going to dump off some items, because I'm feeling like those books aren't actually that useful. They were okay once or twice, but not really enough to change the world. We didn't even use them during the fire boss, which is honestly the harder one outside of RNG. So I don't think they're going to be a big deal for the rest of the Forest of Darkness. However, we're going to go in here. We're going to do a couple of merges here. And I guess we will poke around a little bit into the rest of... No, we'll do some of the Water Forest. Because if we go into the Earth Forest, I run a very good chance of basically getting up to the boss there and being saved outside of it. And I don't want to be sitting in that position for a week. Just in case I decide, hey, I'm going to go grind some more. Or we're going to see about getting some new members of the party, which is a thing that I don't see why I shouldn't at least try to do. Alright, so you go right back where you came from, buddy. Buster Brown, and we're going over here to Aristotle, who is going to be losing that magic talent ability, unfortunately. Okay, I was confused as to what ability our friend there had. It's not the one I thought it was. Let's upgrade that Selamnus to Selamnite, and that is going to... Well, it'll definitely give us an attack animation that we haven't seen before. That's for sure. That's for true. And yeah, we have no merges left there on the actual wheel. Let's take a look at what else we have in our group here. You are level 19. Do you have... Okay, so there's not much going on in terms of abilities for this beast, but this may actually be a decent choice in the center very, very soon, especially once we merge in a new ability there. Alright, so now we don't have to worry about... If we do this, which, you know what, let's do it. Why not? Let's get Sold Out going here, even though we are going to have, like, no mana whatsoever. It's okay, we're doing a little bit of hit and run on the Dark Forest here. And yeah, in case I haven't in case you didn't really get a chance to see this, Devilchew is also carrying Larval Eyes. They knew how good this spell was, at least. So, I guess there's that going for them. Let's go ahead, let's get this. And we are, yes, we are gaining a negative passive ability on there in the form of Stun X, which is going to lengthen any stun we take by 1 turn. Which is very unfortunate because, well, I mean, honestly, that doesn't matter because we will probably not actually see any stun attacks for a very long time. Not until the post-game, in all likelihood. Or possibly the final boss. Which we're getting reasonably close to. I'd like to say maybe 2 streams at most until we get there. But even that might be a bit of a stretch. Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. Find the correct position in the guide. Alright, so we can start finding that in Dry River 2, which I don't think we're going to have access to right away. Alright, well, that's just somebody having a nice vomit, so no hilarious sound effects anymore. I will have to do some work making that work as a sound effect, if possible. And we got these flying frogs around here. Honestly, I think we can take this fairly easily, especially once we get the barrier up. We'll be safe for at least a turn. And that's going to be as much as we will need. Oh yeah, that attack boost is like 1.8 times or something. It is big, and we're probably not going to see the full extent of it because we are rocking a team of a lot of very unevolved beasts right now. And also, of course, we're not going to see any status effects hit any of these critters, so at least one member of our wind party is completely useless at the moment. Isn't that cool? Oh wait, no, the other thing. Yeah, look at our mana pool disappear on that little critter, by the way. But then again, a 3 merger that is now level, well, now is level 3, but was level 1 to start with. Hey, you missed quite a bit. You missed me doing the entire Fire and Wind Forests of Darkness. And we are now working on the Water Forest of Darkness, which I don't think we're going to get finished today. Because I'm going to be at this for another, like, I don't know, 45 minutes at least. But there's at least some stuff to dig out here. So that may end up putting us only reasonably deep in instead of having finished it. But we'll see how that goes. It was pretty interesting. I was surprised that I had a harder time, I think, with the Wind Forest boss than I did with the Fire Forest boss. But I mean, either way, it's still a little bit on the, you know, that can be rough no matter what. Alright, so we go ahead. We're probably going to have to warp back here. Yeah, this part of the game, at the very least, does go pretty fast. Even though it looks like, oh, look at all of this new content I have, and it's not as much as it seems like. Yeah, we will be through with the main story pretty soon. Especially if I manage to finish Oh, hey, look, that thing has bright red eyes, so it looks really creepy compared to usual. But this is not going to be the floor where we can find this, I don't think. Yeah. So there are, in here, a grand total of 3, I believe. Yeah, there are only 3 Kalma to get in the entire water FOD, but they are definitely a little bit scattered, and in terms of usefulness, I think that's probably true too. You get that? Alright, so that's right, the barrier is over here, so we're going to branch here and we're going to get to... This will be end of Stagnant Pond, I think. Yes. So in here, the game should spawn a single bug Kalma. Oh, what? Oh no, I'm confused. Pardon me.
Kalma man live, human die.
Yeah, I talked about that earlier, and that is a thing. I actually had never seen one of the floors in the Wind Forest of Darkness that is at that last branch, which is between the boss fight and, like, bottom of Typhoon or what? Typhoon End, rather. Not bottom, because bottom would be where you fight the boss. But, more to the point, yeah, I hadn't seen that last floor. And I ended up looking at my guide that I'm using here for where all the Kalma are, and it turns out that a Kalma that I thought was there is actually on the floor before it at the branch. So, that turned out to be okay. And yeah, get a load of that. You probably don't get to see that animation every day. I know that there is a fight that has a boss that casts Selenite. It might be, I think it might be a Dr. Gill in the arena. So, that is not something that would be completely unseen to somebody who has never played this version of the hack, or never played this hack before. Unlike the Psycho Snatch attack, which we saw earlier, and unlike Regulia. And I think there's one more that was in the game originally. Oh no, it's the sea level power steel. That is definitely something you could see easily. Oh, one of them pulled out that attack. What a jerk. How weird. It's being like, hey, yeah, let's get a tiny bit extra damage here with our, yeah. Well, as I've made hopefully very clear throughout this series, if you like the original, and you do, you've mentioned that before, I would 100% recommend playing this patched version. Do it through whatever method is appropriate. There are ways to burn it to a disc if you have a PS2 that will allow you to play burned discs. That requires a bit of hardware modification. It requires a chip in it. But if not, this game has been running extremely well on the current version that I'm using of PCSX2, which I believe, in fact, let me go look at this real quick. It is one of the versions of, it's one of the dev builds of 1.7.0. That should be fairly easily accessed on the website for PCSX2. I remember not having any trouble with that. So, again, very easy to do. Very, very easy to do. I will not tell you where to get the disc images, though, but they are definitely out there. It's like the easiest thing I can say. That is something that I think I actually could get in trouble for on Twitch. If I say, hey, you can get your ROMs at such and such a place. I mean, again, it's no secret that a lot of people who stream emulate, but I think that you probably would still get in trouble if you said anything about it, right? And I would rather not test that part of the waters. I mean, if they start dropping the hammer on using emulators whatsoever, that's going to be a bit of a problem, because then I'm going to have to start lying about where my video quality is coming from. That sounds like a very good investment to me. Getting a gaming PC is often not the cheapest thing in the world, but it's also something that you don't have to upgrade all at once. And that will make things cheaper down the line, so it's not like having to buy a... Oh, I've been here already, sorry. Oh god, Dark Cloud. Dark Cloud as well is something that I played quite a lot of as a young pre-teenager. That game is really good. And it's one that I have given a strong consideration to streaming. But also, I'm kind of concerned about doing that just by virtue of the fact that there would be a lot of very repetitive content. Like, sure, we're seeing a lot of very similar things over and over in this, but years and years ago, when I first started streaming, when my account was under a different name, and when I was, like, way less good about advertising my stream, and I'm not particularly good at it now, I streamed, like, 6 hours of the game across one stream, and it was pretty much all just the first dungeon. So, I have a bit of a concern that that would be an issue that would come up, and that did kind of turn me away from making that my next stream. When I was looking at this, I was like, okay, am I gonna do this? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do Dark Cloud? I also had Phantasy Star Online, going through the single player campaign, basically, of PSO on the GameCube as another option, and I was similarly worried about that, because it would just be, oh hey, we're going through the forest for like 3 streams or something, going through all these quests. Oh, we've hit the caves. That's another month plus of us just grinding this place out, and it's longer than shit. But on the other hand, PSO was another big part of my preteen/teenage years, so yeah.
Die!
No!
Are you a baby?
A little underwhelming. Let's fight this big bug. Oh look, it's another one of these big wasps, this Magender. This thing may be a little bit difficult, because I don't know if we'll see this move, actually. It comes down to that. This, if it does actually use the move correctly, this is a fight that comes down entirely to setup, as we may or may not see, depending on whether or not it actually casts the spell. Oh, well, it's not going to do it now if we actually manage to put this thing to sleep. One shot! 709 damage! Holy shit! That was amazing! Okay, so I'll spoil it right here. Majender teaches the spell Adia, which is a single target healing spell that can target any of your beasts, alive or dead. If it targets a living beast, it gets healed to full. And you can tell why that would be a bit of a problem in a one-on-one fight like that. If it targets a dead beast, it revives it with 1 HP. There is another version of that spell called Anandia that we will see at some point in the future, much later in the game, that revives the target at full HP. So, yeah, that was... Well, first of all, it was really cool that I just dropped 709 damage on that thing in one shot, but also, hey, we didn't have to deal with that move. So that's great too. And we return here. So we're gonna be doing something a little... Wait a second, so we go... Was the gate in Stagnant Pond level 2? I think it was. Which is, of course, the closer gateway that we have to take. Bit of a change in terms of pattern here, because we're going for the first gateway, or the closest gateway first, rather. Alright, so we're going to save here. As we still have one more target to find. And that will be on Abyss level 3. Or it's pronounced Abyss if you're Greg Lake. Oh.
Looks like it.
This is probably a gate. I bet we...
Oh, wait a second. We can't go through that yet. I did this wrong. Yeah, we don't come here yet. We are going to... We're going to return because I think that's a little bit faster. And again, it's not like I'm here trying to speedrun or anything, because if I was... Again, I never really did bother to look that up. That is something that I do want to find out if this game is like a thing that people speedrun, because that'd be interesting. And I would really like to know what kind of techniques are used to shorten some parts of the game. There was a second gate in that Dry River area, was there? Let's not get back attacked here. Alright, so we go down this way. And yeah, it would make a certain logical sense to keep going past the split here, basically. Okay, yeah, there's the other gateway. It's just right in the middle. Or right in the other end, rather. The one that we don't need to go down is right in the middle. And that should take us... There should be another... Yeah, so here we are at Stagnant Pond level 3, which oddly enough does not connect to level 2. And that should take us to, like, End of Stagnant Pond, or whatever it's going to be called. Oh, no, we were already at End of Stagnant Pond. Whatever. Yeah, there would be a lot that goes into a run of this, to say the least. And just because it would be so big and long... It really does make me wonder, because, honestly, this game... has a lot of meat on its bones, all considered. Okay, Stagnant Pond Terminus. There we go. That's a name for it. And in here, we should be finding the mini-boss Kalma. Not the ones that we talked to. We've mentioned before that those are sort of like mini-bosses. Although with the setup that we had on the last one, that was kind of a joke. Life Crash. Ooh, that's a lot of MP drain. Although we have seen before that the Life Attack series is pretty mean in terms of its damage output. And we set up our defense down, because that's all we need. We don't need to put anybody to sleep. We don't need to do stuns. We just need to enable pure raw damage. Alright, so far it's got Life Crash, Dark Crash. At least so far it doesn't seem to be breaking out B tier spells like the mid-boss for Fire was. Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's Nautilus with the, you know, longer bits going. The pattern is, well, yeah, the pattern is definitely like Nautilus Shell. Because the Nautilus Shell usually is like, you know, very light with dark stripes on it, so yeah. And there we go, nice 12 grand. Oh god, somebody needs to start evolving pretty soon at level 9, and I'm pretty sure that Padre, which should be the name of that
This must be the
goof, is
key
there.
that opens that blue gate.
I'll let him talk for a
If
second.
you think so, then why don't you try it?
Oh yeah, we just gotta get to that, don't worry. So yeah, we'll go over here. And yeah, full evolution gauge. So we should be able to at least get a couple of stages pretty soon there if I just use fire more, but clearly I haven't been getting into a whole lot of fights here, which, you know, maybe I should be doing that more. It's more experience at least. Yeah, let's scout out the rest of this floor and see if there's anything else for us to pick up, and we can kill some things if they're still hanging around. Like this'll do. There we go. There's our little bit of evolution. We are a dog with funky mouth parts going here. Hey, there we go. Lobster. On to beach. See, this place is easy. I could probably leave this until last, that way I could have a source of experience. And yet, for some reason, I didn't. Whoops. Yeah, I ended up, well, I just sort of ended up with all three of them because of the order I got things in, basically. Yeah, and it seems that it hasn't changed too much at the end. Because for a while I was using the fire version of the mushroom leaf in the middle of the party, and that dude's pretty strong. You know, it's a pretty good beast. It will hit pretty hard, but it slowed me down so much, and getting first strike is, to me, a pretty big thing with this. And magic damage, a lot of that shakes out really to the magic skills being the ones that I think have better effects most of the time. So, yeah, that's about all I got here. Let's go this way. We should be able to break through that barrier now, and you can see that we've basically cut off all the branches. We should not, by any means, miss the last Kalma in this area.
Hey, it opened! That was the key after all!
Alright, now let's get going.
I was gonna say, what if it was right here? Guess what?
Kalma man strong, human murderer.
I won't let you!
Ah, yes, this big thing, which teaches us a skill that I have not really had a ton of good results with, but I've seen some pretty ridiculous things out of other enemies using it. Like that, we just took 100 damage on our middle there. That's pretty strong. And we've seen a couple of those get passed around for like 150 damage or so during the fight at the bottom of the Wind Forest of Darkness. So yeah, Yagi Luna is actually a respectable move. I just haven't had great damage with it before. It also does seem to have a very hard time going through barriers, which is an issue when you see as many of them as you do. Peach. And this might actually crack the barrier. Yeah, it actually got through. Yeah, and I think the other thing that I've mentioned before that kind of cheeses me off about it is that it only heals the water side. It doesn't heal your whole party. So that's not so good. That's not a good replacement for like an actual healing spell. Let me just have Selam Knight again instead. Alright, so we're not going to worry about using items until we get to the end of the area. Because we have a couple of mana restoratives, I think. Oh, it's literally right here. Is that it for this place? Really? How about that? And yeah, we're going to fill up. And we're just gonna go. We're gonna go fight the boss. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that this is the easiest boss of this entire zone. So, yeah.
Kapu, I waited.
Cure? Are you really cured?
Hey, watch out, Kahu. She can't be right.
That was a bit of a
Disciple of
weird
darkness?
audio fade out there.
But it still cures soul, right? Cure, did your wish come true?
Cure's wish came true? Kapu, friend, but
what?
I want to be with more. Kapu not here. Forest cold. Cure alone.
Cure?
Hey, come on, Kahoo. You listening to me? Hey! Hello? Hello?
Will play with forever?
I can't do that. I'm gonna
I'm
have
sorry.
to be
I can't
ejected
do
at
that.
some point.
There are still other things I have to do.
No, Kapu won't let go. Kapu, friend, let's play, okay?
So, unlike the other bosses in this area, this is a single phase fight for some reason.
Here goes.
As we sort of have the Dragon of Camule thing coming back, I believe. And that actually did a lot of mana damage to our buffer. That actually could have gotten us to a point where we didn't get a buff. That would be amazing if so. I mean, if we gotten crit, we definitely wouldn't be buffed here, that's for sure. Yeah, that's not going to work, but this is just a new setup. Come on. You all know how this works by now. Probably. 244, and... Ooh, that sucks. Yeah, so we're going to be seeing a slightly more irritating moveset out of this fella, for sure. Well, at least Life Crash and Adslan it. I hope that there's more to it, because I'd rather not get put to sleep ever. If it can be avoided. We're doing good damage, at least. Ouch! That did respectable damage considering it was only Agnite. I guess this thing probably has a lot of magic power to it. Oh wow, look at this thing's wide move pool. It's getting that out too. Sheesh, that is irritating. However, we can soften the blow of that one a little bit. Not with that, but with this. Sheesh, that's no good. Neat, we should be able to get a little bit more damage in this turn than we normally would. Hooray! Some good heals. Get some of that going. Ow! Holy shit, that was not what I was expecting. And here comes this, which is very irritating. Yeah, so this fight has some decent teeth to it, but again, it is a single-phase fight against your entire party. And we've seen before that battles against your whole party, single target versus your party, the single target tends to suffer quite a bit. Of course, then it can just pull shit like that out and just be like, hey, yeah, why don't you not have fun anymore? And to be like, but I like having fun. You'll notice that there's like the vocal layering effect going on here. So again, I think that this is sort of working with this idea of something that was sort of alluded to more during this plot arc of Cure being this sacred dragon of Camule, or however it went. And that finally starting to come out during this fight, as opposed to her just being a slightly strange-looking girl. And there's another evolution during this fight. Unfortunately, it's not quite the one we were looking for, but it will do. That's more damage off of this spell. And that one's going first now. Nice. Unfortunately, our damage is terrible because of that Ramakite. That is just going to demolish our ability to hurt anything here. Yeah, see, Buddy Boy over there is doing more damage with Soldona than I was doing with Soldo. Our damage is not great, and that is a beast that you usually would prefer to be bringing out later in the game. We're almost there. Unfortunately, we couldn't get our defense down spell in there earlier, as we saw, because we took a really heavy life crash earlier. Do you know how to land hits, buddy? It doesn't fucking seem like it. I think that's gonna be the next beast that gets replaced at this rate. But there we go. That fight is over. Not too hard, but we see some scary numbers. I'll take that 24,000 experience. Thank you very much. Hey, nice. Merging is now possible for our big beater in the middle.
Cure hurt. Sorry, Kabu.
Cure, we're friends from before and forever.
Some things cannot be helped.
There are still lots more people who I have to say. So, I can't stay here forever.
It okay. Kabu's heart warm. Cure's heart hurt. Kabu's hurt that bad. Friends dear. Feel okay. No more hurt. Thank you.
Well, that's alright. We are pretty close to done for the night here anyway. Thank you for watching, though.
Friends forever. Forever.
Me okay. Thank you.
I probably shouldn't scratch at the thing I've got here is a mouse mat. I just noticed a little bit of it looking a little bit dirty. Gotta figure out how to clean these things properly.
Wonder if all the people trapped in the forest are kind, like Cure.
I wonder. Those idiots all went into the forest on their own accord. But not Cure. She was born in the forest and raised in the forest, right? Her first friend, her first kind thought must have been really happy.
Cure. Think she understood?
I think Pure found out how to respond to the kindness you showed her. The orb has its light back. That must be Cure's feeling, so she must understand.
I think she's dead? Didn't we murder her? And now, like, twice? She comes back because I don't think the devs would be like, that would be... I think the devs thought that would not be okay for people. Let me hand in my stuff real quick. I should probably have waited to save until then, and that will probably do it for us for today.
Hello.
And see, there we go. There's that resist death ability that I was thinking of before. Super recover. That is a nice passive ability. We've seen what Skillbind does. That prevents you from using like any wind spells whatsoever. So that is pretty gross. We'll go over here. And now we are going to upgrade Stun Shot to Stun Attack, even though, yes, I do get this terrible late bloomer passive, but on the other hand, it's a stronger version of the same move. I think it has a better chance to land a stun. The stun is not more powerful, which is the only thing that it doesn't have going for it, but otherwise, good times all around. Except for that reduced experience gain, but you knew that.
Find something?
Alright, yes, let me just dump these items real quick. We've got a couple of gems at least. I feel like I should keep that. Nah, fuck it.
Going to the...
Alright. That's it for this time. Let's go ahead and do that save again. And you will see we are approaching 40 hours. This game has a good 40 plus hours of content in the main game. That is not bad for the era, all told. And thank you very much for watching.